to another Monday makeup video. I'm Jennifer Mata-McMahon. This video is going to be an empties and mini reviews of the month of October and November. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with hair. For hair, I used up an Aveeno shampoo. This one is the Rose Water and Chamomile blend. I have the conditioner as well in my shower, and I'm almost done with that one, but it still has a little bit, so I didn't include it. But this is really good. It smells like roses. It has that rose water scent to it, which I love, and it's a really good shampoo. This is a repurchase for me, and I would repurchase it again. But I have a Pantene one that also has rose water in it that I'm using currently, and I think that that's pretty good as well. So I'm going to continue using that one before I buy this again or any other shampoo. I used up three Batiste dry shampoos, and the fourth one is almost out as well. So I use this regularly. I try to not wash my hair as frequently, and so dry shampoo is perfect for extending the longevity of the cleanliness of my hair, or at least prolonging the times between hair washes. And this one I really like. It's the Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo, and it's in the rose gold, pretty and delicate rose gold scent. I love it. As I said, I have 3 empties. I've repurchased this many times, and I would continue to repurchase them again. Okay, now let's do some like random household ones that I have quite a few. I have them down here, so I'm going to reach down to get them. I have this Downy, what's it called? Infusions Calm. This is a fabric conditioner. Smells really good, leaves your clothes really soft. But a tip, because I use this for everything. I put this on every load that I do. But when you do that on your towels, or when you put conditioner on your towels, the absorbency of the fabric of the towels lessens. So it's like this covers it and gives it a coat of softness to us, but then that prevents the towels to really absorb the moisture. So I thought, oh, what's wrong with these towels? And then now they don't dry, you know? And I've discovered it's because I've added conditioner to the wash, and that affects the ability of the towel to really absorb moisture. But it smells really nice, and it leaves my clothes soft and smelling heavenly. So I repurchased this several times, and I have one in use right now. The other thing I used up was this Shout Triple Acting. This is a stain remover for laundry, and I spray this on my facial cloth, and every time I do my makeup, I have a little washcloth on my lap, and I clean my brushes between uses. So if I'm using an eyeshadow brush and I want to continue using that brush, we'll say with another color, I'll clean it and I'll use it with another color. So I use this to take off the stains, or remove the stains, the makeup stains in those cloths that I use for when I'm doing my makeup. And I also use it for the face cloths that I use to dry my face when I remove my makeup from my face with makeup remover, and then I go with a cloth to like dry my face because it's wet. It sometimes gets makeup on them, and they're white, so I use this for that. And I already have another one of these going because I really can't do laundry without this. I have used up 2 Mrs. Meyer's. I can't make up my mind where I have to go with this. It's over here. So this is Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day Lavender, and it says dish soap. This is what I use to wash my dishes because it's not as potent as, say, a Dawn dishwasher liquid, but it does the job and it's gentler on my hands. I really don't like using gloves to wash dishes, and I don't wash as many dishes. I don't do all my dishes. I run them through the dishwasher machine, so I don't wash as much, but when I do wash, I want something that is soft and that doesn't dry my hands too much. And this is it. I've already repurchased more of these, and I have one in use as well. Also from Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day, also lavender scent, is the hand soap. So I have these in each of the bathrooms, and we went through 2 of these. Really like the scent, really nice on the hands. It cleans the hands, and it also leaves you with that little lavender scent, which is lovely. Okay, so now medications, I guess, or supplements. I went through an entire vitamin C. This is the chewable ones, the ones that I like, because it's like, I feel like I'm eating candy when I eat this. It's the orange flavor, and it's 500 milligrams. Highly recommend taking vitamin C every day to boost your immune system, and that's what I do. I already have another one, so I'm still taking my vitamin C every day. And then I went through this Thrombicid lotion. It was for my varicose veins. I used it all up. I don't know that it did much, although I have seen my varicose veins a little more prominent, and maybe it's because I'm not using this anymore. I went through it, I used it all up. I liked it while I was using it. I wasn't sure it was doing anything, but now that I'm not using it, I think it might have been doing something for my legs. So there's that. So for body, I went through an entire box of 500 cotton swabs from Q-Tips. This is my favorite brand of cotton swabs, and I use cotton swabs every day after I shower. Regardless if I wash my hair or not, if I shower, I use cotton swabs. So I clean out my ears, I clean out even my belly button. So I love these things. I went through an entire one, and I already have repurchased, and I already have more in my bathroom. I also went through an entire pure acetone. I use this not to remove my nail polish, but to clean my nail polish when I'm doing my nails, to clean it up. And so I go in with a really fine, it's like it's an e.l.f. concealer brush, and it's really tiny, and I go in and dip it in this and clean my nails. And I went through this. This took me maybe 2 years to go through. Like I use it sparingly because I just use it to clean the edges, like when it goes over into my cuticle area. That's what I use it for. And I already have another one. I used up this. I used it up because I bought it and it was in my shower, but I didn't like it, and I would not repurchase this. This is the Method Body Peony and Rose Water Pure Peace and Pink Sea Salt Body Wash. And I had it in the shower, and Michael hated it. He's like, that doesn't clean. I would not repurchase this. I have other body washes that I like. I have some from Swab that are much better than this, that are also rose scent, and I just bought one recently. I went into TJ Maxx to get some hangers and bought another rosewater one that we'll see. We'll see how good that one is. I haven't used it yet because I still have the Swab one in the shower. But yeah, this one was a no-go. Don't recommend it. We use up 2 Sensodyne Extra Whitening toothpastes. Love this thing. If you have sensitive gums, sensitive teeth, this is the way to go. I don't know that it does much for the whitening portion of it, but it's really delicate and good for sensitive teeth. So it doesn't hurt when you brush your teeth. I used up this Lacura French Lavender hand lotion. I bought a pack of, I think, 6 or 7 different scents of hand lotion at Aldi, and I used one all up. There's a couple that are almost there, but this one was the first one that I completely finished. And I had this one in my nightstand, so every night before I went to bed, I would put this on my hands and let it soak in, and that would be like my lotion for the night. And I think that's why I went through it so quickly, because it's the one that I had there and I was using regularly every night. The others are like scattered all over the house. There's one in my desk drawer. Now there's another one in my nightstand. There's one in the bathroom. There's one in the kitchen. You know, like they're spread out. And whenever I need lotion, I reach for one of these. They're good. They're nice. I don't know if you can get them in any other place. I got them in a pack at Aldi. So, and you know how Aldi is. They don't always have the same things. So this was a seasonal item. So, but I used up an entire Giorgio Armani perfume. I used an entire Burberry London. No, I think this isn't Burberry London. This is Burberry by Burberry. Burberry London is my favorite. And instead of repurchasing this one, I repurchased Burberry London, which I have had before and I really like. I did buy the C again from Giorgio Armani. I have it and I've been using it again. This one, as I said, I didn't repurchase this exact one. I got the London one. And then I also used up the Jo Malone one. And this is the Honeysuckle and Davana cologne. And I got the big one. So this is a mid-size one. I got the big size. All of them I've already have in use and I've already repurchased, and I would highly recommend any of these scents. They are heavenly, which is why I bought them all again. But they all kind of went at the same time. So I was out of perfumes. I was out of all of them at once and had to rebuy them or repurchase them all again, which was not cheap. In fact, I have some of the boxes. So this is the Burberry London box that I bought instead of the Burberry by Burberry. So I have this one instead of that one. Okay, let's go into face. So for face products, I used up an entire Paula's Choice Exfoliate 2% BHA liquid exfoliate. I love this thing. I've repurchased this many times. I go through them, as you can see, because this one's empty. I already have another one in my rotation, and I use this at night. It's a little bit strong for my skin. My skin is a little bit sensitive, and so what I do is I put it on my face every other night instead of every night. And if I'm using a retinol, I won't go in with this because it's just too harsh for my face. But love it. It's really good for evening out your texture, exfoliate all the yuckiness that we have in our pores and cleaning them out. It's really good. Love it. Another thing that I used up, and I've had many of these, is the Pond's Cold Cream Cleansing Balm. I use this as my first cleanse. I go in with this. It is solid, but it turns into a liquid. Well, there's nothing in here. But it smells really good. Some people don't like the scent of this, but I do. It reminds me of my granny. It reminds me of like the good old days. And this is my first cleanser. It's a balm that when you rub it against your fingers, it turns into an oil, and you put it all over your face, and it really breaks down your makeup, your mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner, everything that you have on your face. It breaks it down, and then you can go in with water and rinse it out. And then I go with a second cleanse, and right now I have a Paula's Choice cleanser that I'm using as my second cleanse. And after that is when I towel down with my face cloths that I need to put the shout on to get cleansed, to get them to be white again, to get all the makeup off. But this is really, really good. I've repurchased this many times, and I still have one halfway used that I'm currently using. I did see though that I would buy these from Walmart, and every time that I would place an order, or an online order from Walmart, I would add one of these, or if I was completely out, I would get 2 or 3 and get them in that all at once. But I went in and there's like one is like $19.99, something like ridiculous like that. This usually is around the $10 mark. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. But that's where I get it. I get it at Walmart. I use entirely one of my favorite lip balms. It's from Physicians Formula. It's the Organic Wear Lip Treatment. They recently changed the packaging. I really like this packaging better than the new one, but they changed the packaging. The formula seems to be the same, although I don't know if it's just the packaging, but I feel like this one's better. I don't know. I don't. Why do people change things that don't need changing, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, people. This packaging, I don't know if they mess with the formula too, but I use this up into, not only to the edge, but I dug my finger in and got out every little bit of product left, because this was the last one I had left of this kind. And then I repurchased the new version. I repurchased several of them, and I have them all over the house. And they come in tinted versions too, so I have tinted versions of it as well. Highly recommend it. It's one of the best lip balms on the market right now. Highly recommend it. Paula's Choice, another Paula's Choice product. This is the Lightweight Daily Wrinkle Defense. It is a tinted moisturizer with SPF 30. And what I do to make sure that I use everything is I cut the packaging and I dip my finger in there and get everything out. And that's what I did with this. And it's great. It's my favorite SPF and moisturizer, and I use it every day. After I cleanse my face, I put on toner, I put this on, and then I put in primer and foundation and makeup. If I'm not doing makeup, I'll just wear this, and that's it. Because it has a little bit of tint, it covers a little bit too. Really like this. I've had many of these. I have another one in my rotation. I didn't use it all up because I couldn't get to the end of it, and because it's a little bit drying, so I think it's past its prime. This is the Lumerance Anti-Aging Vitamin C Eye Lift Serum, and I bought this a long time ago. I bought it, I think, through Groupon, and I had it in Chicago. I've had it the 2.5 years that I've been living here in Baltimore. I think this is done. I didn't use it consistently, and so I think it just went bad before I was able to finish it. But I called it because I started noticing that when I would put it under my under eyes seemed a little dry. And I would put it at night and go to sleep, and then in the morning I would notice they were still a little dry. And so I stopped using it for under eyes, and I started using it on my hands, because I figured, okay, well, it has vitamin C. It would be great for other parts of my body, for other skin areas. But it would dry out my hands too. So I think this is past its prime. I'm calling it. It's done. We had a good run. I wish I had used you more when you were new and fresh and good, but it's done. Another set of things that I have called are all of these The Ordinary products. So they all have an expiration date of 12 months. And I used them a little bit since when I got them initially. But I didn't use them as consistently, and of course I have a ton of product left in all of them. But since I am really not reaching for them, not using them, I thought I would just get them out of my cabinet and just throw them out, because I think they are way past their due date and their expiration date, and I'm just not using them. And I don't think I'm going to keep them, because I'm not going to continue to use them. I'm just not. So lactic acid, and this pains me, because yes, The Ordinary is not expensive, but I have 5 of these products, and they're at least around the $8 to $10 mark, and some of them are beyond $10. So $50 right here. Anyway, salicylic acid solution, 2%. I use that a little bit, but I have other salicylic acids that I like more, and that's why I didn't finish it. Niacinamide, 1%, and zinc, 2%. I didn't use this as much, and I think that this one is one of the ones that's the worst, because the consistency has kind of changed. Then I have hyaluronic acid, 2%, and B5. Again, really good ingredients and products. It's just that I just wasn't using them. And I wonder if I could just use those for my hands, because I think those would be great for my hands. But they're a little sticky, so that's the thing. That's why I didn't like to use them, because I would wear them in my on my face, and they were a little sticky. This one's leaking. This one's lactic acid 5% and HA 2%. And then this one is caffeine solution 5% and EGCG, which I'm not sure what that is. But I bought this for the contouring of my eyes because caffeine is a really good hydrating product that people use on their... Now I have lactic acid all over me. Because the sixth one, I had 6 of these little bottles. The sixth one is cold pressed rose hip oil, which I wanted to keep because I do, that's the, of all of them, that's the one I use the most. But the dropper in that one was this one that is all like yellow and yucky. So I changed the dropper out, and now the lactic acid is the one that has the yucky dropper. But that's gonna go in the trash because I really think they're old. Okay, now with makeup. I didn't use up, but again, they're old. And I did use them somewhat. These 2 Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundations. They were gift with purchases. They came in, you know, like they were little samples. Actually, pretty decent amount of product in both of these samples. And surprisingly, even though they're not the same color, both of them were good for me. I could both wear each of them and not feel like, oh, this color is horrendous, who picked this color? And they were like random products that were sent to me. So I must have like a very average tone skin because I'm sure they just put in an average color or shade. They were good. They're both really good foundations, but I've had them for a long time, and I think it's time for them to go. Another one that I think it's time for it to go, reason why I took it out, is this e.l.f. foundation. This e.l.f. foundation has salicylic acid in it, and I had it in the color porcelain and buff, and I just purchased a new one because I've had them for a long time. One I had for longer than the other, and actually one has like more product. You can feel it in the weight. They're good. They're foundations for acne-prone skin, which I sometimes have, and again, it has salicylic acid. But the expiration date is 12 months, and I've had them way over 12 months, so I just repurchased the new version, just one color of it. The same goes for this foundation. This one is oil-free, and I think that the new version doesn't have SPF, but the old version did have SPF 15, and I've had them for a long time. I mean, you can see that I've used this one. I almost use it to the end. Both of them got to the point where the pump wouldn't pump out liquid, so I would have to open it and kind of scrape the product from the bottle. So I got myself a new one, and I love this foundation. It's the one that I've been using most. It's not the one that I have on today, because today I was trying out the burrito one and giving it a second chance, because I felt like that one had broken me out, but I'm trying it out again. So this one is one that does not break me out, that is really great. Like I said, the new version I don't think has SPF 15 in it, but it's still as fantastic as this one was. And I wear it in the shade Sand. I had porcelain and I had sand, and sand was a little too dark for me and porcelain was a little too light for me, and I kind of mixed them up or used one in the summer and one in the winter and so on, and so that's why I had 2 shades. But I just got one shade right now, and it's perfect for me, and that's the one I'm using. Okay, I think that's it for all of my empties, but I wanted to show you, oh no, I got one more. Okay, so I used up this Milk Makeup eyeliner, and it is the one, I think it's called CEO. It's the brown one. I loved it. I used it all up. There's nothing left in this Milk Makeup eyeliner, and I would repurchase it if I didn't have other eyeliners. I have like 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5, I don't know, of which 2 I know that are really good, and so brown eyeliners. So I'm not going to repurchase this one until I go through the ones that I already have. But yeah, this is this was a good one. Okay, so now I wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I've purchased or received lately. I got from Sephora my birthday gift, and this was the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. I like it. It's a rich cream, and I've only used the yellow one. I got the smallest size of the yellow one and the blue one. So far, so good. I really like that yellow one. I use it sparingly because I feel like it's like for special occasions. I don't know why, but yeah, I've only used the yellow one, and it's good. Okay, so I got from Lisa Eldridge finally a kit from her lip product line, and I got the Muse color, and in that color I got the True Velvet Lip color, the lipstick. I got the Gloss Embrace, and then I got the Enhance and Define Lip Pencil. These, obviously, I have not used them all up. I just recently got this, and I'm loving it. It comes in this little pouch, little floral pouch that is really nice. And her packaging is just so cute. I'm like, I don't want to throw it out, but I don't need to keep packaging. I also bought, as I mentioned before, the Cica Clearing BB Cream. This, I got it in the number 23 Natural Beige. This is healthy looking glow, flawless coverage, UVA, UVB protection, EO, and fragrance free. And it's a Korean line product. It's not tested on animals, and it lasts and has a 12-month expiration date. So I've used it. I have it on right now. I don't know what to think about it still. The color is really neutral gray color, but if you put a little bit on and not go crazy on it, it looks okay. I don't know. The first times I used it, I felt like it broke me out, but it could be something else. I have like this little rash of breakout right here. And so I'm trying it out again. It's from Purito, and I just tried it out because Taylor Wynn recommended the other Purito one, and I went in to buy that one, and that one was discontinued, and I found this one and bought this one, and I'm trying this one out. So I'll let you know how it works. I got the Stone Cold Fox palette from ColourPop. I'm loving it. I love it. It's huge, and I already had the Mauves for Mauve from ColourPop, and I already had the Taupe palette from ColourPop, but when this one came out, I said, that's my palette. That's it. That's my palette. So I bought it, and I love it, and I have it on top of my vanity, and I use it every other day. I love it. Love it. I also bought, and this was a birthday present before that Stone Cold Fox palette, I bought the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which I also thought when I saw it, that's my palette, because I like those neutral, leaning more to cool tone kind of colors for my eyeshadows. And so I got this one. I really like it. I've been enjoying it, but I have to say that I feel like the ColourPop formula lasts longer on my eyes than the Natasha Denona formula. And I do my makeup in the morning, and I spend the entire day working, and I take off my makeup at 11 o'clock at night or sometimes midnight, and I look at my makeup when I'm going to take it off, and I've noticed that this one, the intensity of the shadows kind of washes away, and they kind of muddy together, like you don't see the distinctive separation of where you put one versus another. With this shadow, it's kind of washed away by the end of the day, whereas these are in place. They're stay put where they're supposed to go, or where I initially placed them. So I don't know. The difference in price is ridiculous, so I don't know. Food for thought. Another eyeshadow palette that I got, and this is the Natasha Denona ones I got for my birthday. So that was a me-to-me present from October. And this is the Mini Glam palette. So it's the mini version of this one, which you think if you have the big one, you don't need the little one. But actually, the colors in here are not exactly the same as the ones in the palette. So I actually enjoy this one quite a bit. I've used it a few times, not as often as the other two bigger ones. but I've used it a few times and I really like it. And it's good for when we're traveling. Again, it would be a great one to take with and not take one of the big pallets. So really like it. And the other thing I finally got, and it was on sale, so I didn't pay full price for this, was the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan. This is a bronzer, and I've been wanting this bronzer forever and a day. Saw that it was on sale and said, okay, you know what, I'm going to get it. Because the thing is, I have a butter bronzer from Physicians Formula that I'm trying to use up, and there's just a little bit left in it, and I'm trying to use it all up. And I have an e.l.f. one that's brand new, that I've used it maybe once to try it out, but haven't really put any dent in it because I haven't used it at all. And then I got this one. So 3 bronzers is way more than I will ever need, especially because 2 are brand new, and the Physicians Formula has taken me forever to use up. But I really like it. I like the color. I like how it performs on the face. And yeah, that's it. That's all I used up and purchased in the month of October and November. And I hope you enjoyed it and you maybe learned or got inspired to buy some of these things or use them up or try them out. And I will see you again soon. Bye.